Welcome back to Talking Comics with Heroes and Villains. I'm Eric, and this is
Arnie.
in front of this wall of DC books with our friend Rob Liefeld.
Oh yeah.
Which he didn't do this book we're going to talk about, which is actually pretty good. But we wanted to address him anyway, Mr. Liefeld.
The internets are abuzz with his doings.
For those of you
today.
who don't know, Liefeld is an artist who's been around since the 90s. Has been in comics since he was like a teenager.
And to his credit, he's a writer too.
Yeah, he just recently started writing.
No, he was writing back in the day as well.
Well, I guess for DC, for other companies, he's started writing recently. And he had a meltdown. Do you want to talk about that?
How should I put this?
It was on Twitter.
Yes,
Which was the most professional place to vent your frustrations.
Right, it was a Twitter war between him and the two giants, which are DC and Marvel.
Yeah, and he was calling out editors in particular.
Yeah, and this wouldn't be bad per se if, let's say, Rob Liefeld was, Alan Moore.
Well, even then it would be kind of douchey, but
or someone that has a lot of clout and immense amounts of talent in any industry.
But it was largely looked at as like a favor that DC granted him by hiring him.
For years, Rob Liefeld has been known as the joke of the comic book industry.
Well, initially, we all liked him. He was a kid.
I was a big fan in 6th grade.
And he was a kid, and he broke in, and we were the same age. Like, he started working at Image when he was like 17, right?
No, he was at Marvel. He started at DC on Hawk and Dove, and then he moved to Marvel.
But he was a teenager.
Right. He was a young kid.
Yeah, hadn't hit 20 yet. So everyone loved him. He was a little underdog.
Yeah.
And then he kind of didn't get better. And he's like in his like almost 40 now.
Right, and he kind of
the same style.
He kind of phones it in a way, and that's fine if you're humble and you're nice about it.
Yeah.
And you can even be self-deprecating.
Yeah. Well, I'm a fan. I like him. He created a Deadpool, a character that I like a lot, and Cable, like a lot of cool characters.
He's amazing at creating characters.
Yeah, he's awesome. And he hands them off to other writers and artists like Brandon Graham and Joe Keating and really Ross Campbell.
And that's all great. We're not faulting him on that.
But he when he works for other companies, he always kind of loses his mind like a day in.
Yeah.
Like he quit Marvel and created Image Comics back in the day, which is super cool. Yeah. But recently he worked for DC and quit.
And even quit Image Comics, his own creation.
Well, yeah, he's been calling everyone like names on Twitter and like 4-letter words and stuff. It's pretty funny.
Not very professional of them.
Yeah.
And we were thinking, since they basically did him a favor by giving him a job.
Yeah.
It's not very professional to call other people.
It's super funny. Go look at him on Twitter. Yeah. But if you want to look at good comics, like Arnie and I do, you should read A Hero Worship, which is by Avatar Press that Arnie actually picked out.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I took a gamble.
You did. Avatar is a cool company. They do a lot of Warren Ellis stuff. They're really cool. They do Crossed.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's a superhero book, which they don't usually do. So, it's really good, though. You want to talk about the premise of it?
Yeah, it is a superhero book in a way, but in a way it kind of isn't. Because it deals more with the people that aren't superheroes.
It's kind of a Superman book. If Superman was called Zenith.
Yeah.
And it's the people who are kind of like groupies for that character.
Right.
They wear like what would Zenith do necklaces, and like he's this like Jesus Christ
It's
character.
a very real world approach to it.
Yeah.
Because you figure a guy this popular, this big, would be a celebrity. He'd have groupies.
It's like if Snooki could fly.
Yeah, he'd have what's it called?
A fan base?
Yeah, and a public relations manager.
Yeah.
And this whole group of people, coordinating for him and moving him around.
He has wranglers who manage him as if he was a Paris Hilton type character.
Yeah.
But
And the premise of the story deals with his fans, his followers, his fanboys.
They're guys like Arnie and me who like wish superheroes are real, and one finally is. So they go follow him. They put his videos on YouTube. They snap pictures and make blogs about him. They're these devoted, almost religious fanboy characters who I related to instantly and liked a lot.
Yeah.
And one of them actually acquires powers.
Yeah,
and we don't know how.
He wins a contest to go meet this guy.
Yeah.
And as it usually happens when you win contests to meet famous people, you don't actually meet them. You like go to their house and they give you some memorabilia or something.
You like touch a pencil.
Wisp you away. Yeah. So that's what happened, and he became part of this tour that went to go to the Zenith Foundation to go meet Zenith.
Yeah.
But Zenith was too busy to meet his fans. So they're taking this tour. He starts to get sick mysteriously.
Yeah, and he seizures, and he wakes up, and the next day he has the powers of Zenith.
Yeah.
So we don't know if he caught it like a super STD. We don't know. We don't know what happened. But yeah, it's really good. It's written really well. Zach Penn, I'm not familiar with.
Zach Penn, I believe, I think I may be mistaken, is a movie writer.
Is he?
I think so.
That makes sense. Avatar usually works with big high-name guys
So-
like Warren Ellis, who writes for film and TV and comics.
I don't recognize the artist.
Good though, good stuff.
So yeah, good art.
Yeah.
Solid writing. I enjoyed it thoroughly, both issues.
Yeah, that's super
and
into it.
highly recommended.
Arnie and I are also big Superman fans.
Yeah.
So the fact that there's a kid who like really loves the Superman type character was relatable and fun.
Although
Yeah.
I didn't feel a lot of Superman coming out of him.
Well,
He's
yeah.
kind of a prick.
Yeah, well, you don't know. Like, he won't address his fans directly, but he has the cape and the boots, and he looks iconically like a Clark Kent type character.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But so far, really good. Really good.
Yeah.
Liefeldian and its awesomeness.
Oh, no, not even. Not even.
So if you want to harass us on Twitter, you should find us at HNV Comics. We should like role play as if we're Rob Liefeld taking over HNV Comics Twitter.
That's
we
a
should,
good idea.
We should have some fun with that. We should like talk.
I don't think I can be as crude though.
Or we're all over the place. We're on Instagram now at HNV Comics.
Instagram.
Yeah, we're hip,
What
man.
is that?
Look at us.
What is
we're
that?
young, and you're like 30.
I'm like 58. I had my 87th birthday last week.
Yeah, I know you did. And Facebook at Heroes and Villains Tucson.
And Tumblr.
And Tumblr, Heroes and Villains Tucson. We're all over.
And
Google
Google
us.
Plus
You'll find
and-
us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arnie has a cooking blog that he's very quiet about. That you can go find on there. So yeah. See you later, guys.